Good morning, guys. How's it going? I'm just up on our scaffold hanging some strings today. One of these times, I promise I'm going to actually do one of these videos with my hair done and not in work clothes in the greenhouse. But all these ideas just kind of pop into my head while I'm out working. But I wanted to talk about inflammation and how we can work around that and how we can make things better by a few different things. And lately, my inflammation's been pretty high, and that's been brought on by a lot of things. Stress. Stress of putting the crop in, stress of figuring out what the next few years are going to look like here at Fisherville Greenhouses. And when a lot of stress comes my way, so does a lot of non-healthy eating, because that's just how I deal with it. It's that whole dopamine response of sugar and carbs that I think a lot of you can relate to. So I have gotten to a point where my sciatic was getting really bad again, and I was taking probably 8 extra strength Advil throughout the day just to be able to manage my work, because it was shooting down into my leg and my foot. And I finally said, okay, enough's enough of this. Like, I'm not doing myself any favors. So the first thing that I needed to do was work on the stress issue, to stop the eating issue. So for me, that means getting up before everybody else. It means sitting and having my coffee in the quiet. Meditating, maybe not meditating, just sitting and being quiet, being present, being mindful. Making some positive affirmations, thinking myself through my day, making some plans for the day and sticking to those plans. The other thing which has made it a little bit easier now that we've started the greenhouse is diet, because I am out of the house actually working, and I only go in for lunch and I come back out, and then I go back into the house for supper time, so I can manage the little snacking if I'm not around it a lot easier. So I've really got back on my diet plan of anti-inflammatory foods, which for me and is absolutely no processed food. That is key, paramount, the number one thing. The other thing is, for a lot of people, and not everyone, and I have had food sensitivity testing done, so I know the foods that cause me issue, but in general, it's grain, especially glutinous grains. Sometimes dairy, for some people, cause inflammation. Eggs can cause it. Soy can cause it. Definitely sugar. Sugar is the number one inflammatory food, and that even comes from fruit if you're eating too much of it. And I have that problem. Sometimes, I'll eat fruit all day. And yeah, fruit's healthy. It has antioxidants. It has some great stuff, but it also has a lot of sugar. So if you need to eat fruit and you're trying to stay anti-inflammatory, eat the berries. The berries have a lower glycemic index. Most of them have a lot more phytochemicals in it, and anthocyanins and antioxidants. So try and stay away from the tropical fruits that are a lot higher in sugars, like bananas and pineapple and mango, and stick to blueberries and strawberries and raspberries and cranberries and the things that are lesser in sugar. And a lot of greens. I eat a lot of greens. I try to always incorporate some kind of nuts. Now, I do have some sensitivity to nuts. Walnuts tend to be the ones that honestly are my least favorite nut, but the ones I don't react to. So I try to incorporate nuts every day into a salad or into a smoothie or with my blueberries somehow. Omega-3 fats. You get omega-3 fats out of your walnuts in the form of alpha-linoleic acid, which will be turned into your DHA and DHA or your EPA. But if you want to take, I also take a fish oil a liquid fish oil that I take every day, and that helps immensely with your anti-inflammatory situation. So basically cutting out processed foods that are, especially your omega-6 oils, like your vegetable oils, your corn oil, safflower oil, all those are extremely high in omega-6. Even though they are an essential fatty acid like omega-3 is, we generally get way more than what we need, and they do cause inflammation in the body. So stay away from those. If you're using if you want to do some sauteing or frying of any of your foods, try and stay with a nut oil or avocado oil, which has a high smoke point, but is an omega-3 oil. Or coconut oil too works well for that. I always use extra virgin olive oil on my salad. So sticking to those kinds of things will help you out. I also do a lot of ginger and turmeric. I take turmeric in 3 different ways. I take a pill form. I also use the fresh ginger root in my tea, and I also use powdered in my recipes. I think you've seen probably on the Grow Your Health Facebook page that I always put a couple of teaspoons of turmeric in the water when I'm cooking my quinoa, and some garlic and salt and pepper in there. And it's amazing flavor, and it gives you that extra boost of anti-inflammatory, because the problem is we have to do all these things connected together to create an environment in your body where you're not causing inflammation. So let's just say I'm going to eat a bag of chips and I'm going to eat some ice cream, but I'm going to take that turmeric tonight. I'll clear myself up. It's not going to work, okay? So all the supplements in the world, they may bring you down, but if you're eating enough food stuffs that are inflammatory to bring you up here, those supplements are going to do you nothing. So what I'm trying to tell you is it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of your mind and your body are so connected together. So if you've got stress that you can't, we all have stress. I mean, my gosh, and all of us deal with it differently, right? So it's not a matter of not having stress or eliminating stress. In some cases, we can eliminate stress, but you're never going to eliminate it 100%. It's dealing with it, and it's how we manage it that makes the time. And we need to engage our parasympathetic nervous system and take those deep breaths and do that 2, 3, 4 times a day if you need to make that body calm itself down. And that's another way to work it. So there's many things that have to work together to get that inflammation out of your body. And I'll tell you, in the last couple of weeks that I've been doing this, I have reduced the amount of extra strength ibuprofen that I've had to take. So I know it's working. I feel better. And the other thing is too, don't overeat. Let yourself be hungry once in a while. Overeating causes a lot of stress on the body. So, decrease those calories a little bit. And we don't need to be snacking all the time. Have your lunch, have your dinner, have your breakfast. And we don't need to have that snack in between. If you're feeling yourself getting hungry, have a big glass of water and see if that does the trick. I'm not saying to go around with your, the sides of your stomach rubbing together because you're so hungry, but I'm just saying if we eat what we're supposed to eat properly at our meals and putting in that protein and that fat and those healthy carbs, we should be able to make it from meal to meal. And during those times where our body has digested its food, then it can work on the other things that it's supposed to be doing, and that's making all those rest of those systems work, and also keeping our glucose down in certain periods as well. Keeps that inflammation down. So anyways, just wanted to put that out there, that it truly does work to decrease inflammation if you do all of these things together. And if you message me if you need some more information or you're interested in any of the protocols that I use. And if you like this video, please subscribe and share it. And until next time, keep growing your health. Bye-bye.